West Coast, now, if you're a fan, you probably want to see them win. But if you've been through 2 years of this pain, surely pick one. I use the word reward loosely because there's no reward for having two bad years. But pick one is definitely you would like to get pick one. But they could slip to pick 4 now. And they could slip to pick 4 because if North Melbourne loses to Gold Coast this week, well, they're going to take, let's just assume they take Harley Reid with pick 1. Now, Ben Mackay is likely to leave. Now, if he leaves, under the Band 1 salaries, if he's deemed to be an $800,000 player, they can get pick 2 as compensation. So what happens then is, so they get pick 2, they name Jed Walter, who is a key forward who is in the Gold Coast Academy, who's regarded as the second best player in the comp. Gold Coast will then match that.
Yeah.
Which they will definitely match that. In fact, there's word that they rate him higher than Harley Reid. So, which is probably because they're going to get him anyway and, pump him up a bit. So they get pick 2 effectively.
They're off their heads.
Pick 3 then would be North Melbourne. So that means, they're likely to either go Colby McKercher or Riley Sanders, a kid from Tasmania, or Daniel Curtin, who they're also shown some interest in. Now, the Eagles are pretty keen to get Daniel Curtin.
Absolutely.
He's played some great footy for Claremont.
My son played with
League.
him. They're in the Colts.
Yep.
I know him intimately. He was the best kid at his age in Western Australia.
Daniel Curtin?
Yeah, and was just absolute killer and can play midfield plus back.
So very, very, very interesting what's going on. And
Zane
just that
Dursman,
win, what one win can do.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing, mate. Sometimes in our industry, I do get embarrassed a bit. Like, I was watching one of the footy shows last night, and I think it was last week or the week before, maybe it was the Essendon game, and they accused Simo of tanking, right? Remember, they lose by a point.
Well, clearly they're not tanking if when they win that game at the weekend.
Yeah, so you've jumped ahead again with me. But anyway, first finish off on the Essendon game. So they accuse him of not pushing blokes back in that game. Last night, they're accusing him of he should have tried to tank the game. What a disgrace that they didn't try to. They've lost the first pick. How do their fans feel? And you know what? The fans don't feel too happy. A lot of them are very unhappy. And you know what they accused him of? You know how this is how they do it. This is how manipulative they go. They go, these media people, they go, it's because he's leaving and he doesn't care. He just
you're saying it's a parting gift?
A parting kick in the knackers. You know what I mean? Cop this, you lose your number 1 pick, I'm going anyway. And that's why he's done. Who would think that Adam Simpson would even do anything like that? One of the best fellas going around. You know what I mean? That's disgrace. Agree with me, will you? That's a disgraceful effort by them.
I certainly agree that they're clearly not tanking in that game. So they put 3 behind the footy, which they didn't a few weeks earlier because they hadn't done scenario practice, all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, clearly they wanted to win that game at the weekend. And a few players came out afterwards and said that was for Simo.